Welcome to another video. So today we're making carbonara. So right now we have pasta. We're gonna put some water, and I like to add some rosemary, some salt. So you gotta salt your pasta first. So you're gonna put some water and cook it for 8 minutes. So otherwise, if you cook it for more than that, you're just gonna start breaking, and you don't want to have that once you're making carbonara. So 8 minutes, and then that'll be it. So right now I'm gonna start chopping some onion. Chop it thinly, slicely, into smaller sizes, and you're gonna chop another one. Chop it very fast. I made sure I didn't cut myself, just in case. So if you get to that point, just that end bit, so you're gonna chop it finely into smaller pieces. I don't like having chunks, those kind of like long chunks. When someone cooks for you, you don't have like those chunks, those ones. I don't like those ones. So always chop it nicely, finely, because when you're cooking something like carbonara, you don't have the onion coming out, as the texture. You want to have the pasta, you want to feel those creamy flavors all combining together. So this is what you're gonna do. So just gonna chop it finely, great, just like that. Make sure that it's all cut nicely and properly. So that's done. Put it aside. Clean the knife, of course. And we're gonna do some garlic and some ginger. So I'm just gonna slice my garlic, the same thing I did with the onions, and I'm just gonna do another one, and I'm just gonna do the ginger. I'm just gonna mix it all together. I like to enhance those flavors, from the garlic, from the ginger. It's just gonna be so good, so that I don't have to kind of like put spices, because I want to make this decent. I don't want to put any spices. I just want to feel those flavors and taste all flavors coming from different things, from the onions, from the garlic, from the ginger, everything, So that's what I'm gonna do. So make sure that I don't have the those long bits and those chunks, that I'll be able to feel them. So because ginger is so powerful, especially in the roasted garlic, so you don't have those in your pasta. So that's how you should just finely dice it into proper, and then we got the parsley, and then we got the ginger and the garlic, and then the red onions, So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna crack one egg. We're gonna crack the egg, and we're gonna mix it with the cheese. I like to use cheddar cheese. Some people will use Parmesan. I would just be honest with you, just use whatever you want, But make sure that you'll be able to mix it properly. Because this is the most important bit of everything. You can mess up the spaghetti, but you can't afford to mess this up, because this is where the most beautiful things comes. So you're gonna mix it properly, all together. Make sure that you don't over whip the egg as well. You just make sure that the cheese and the egg combine together, and then that's it. And then I have some beef. I've already cooked the beef with some garlic, some parsley, some rosemary on the side. So I'm just gonna cut the beef into cubes, like into smaller cubes. So when I cook it, when I cook it properly, it's gonna be way faster. Because if I cook it like this, it will take more long, and I don't want to do that. So just gonna cut it into cubes. Also make sure that it's all sizable, so that you'll be able to taste it good, and it also looks good on your dish. When you cook, you're supposed to be happy and be mesmerized by your food. So let's make sure it's like this. So right now we have some bacon. We're just gonna cut the bacon as well into smaller pieces, because if you don't do that, it's just gonna shrink all the way, and I don't want to do that. I just want to make everything formatic, good. So I also enjoying cooking it, and also seeing the view of the food. So because that's the most important thing when you cook. Um, so the bacon is done. Just gonna put it aside. You know, always make sure that you wash your knives after that. You know, the pasta is done. It's been there for 8 minutes. I'm gonna put the pan, some oil. Um, so we're gonna add the bacon first. So because the bacon is just gonna enhance the flavor. The bacon is so good. So we're just gonna pan fry. Let those oil. You see those fats is being rendered down. So and I love this view. Like I love the oil. It's just getting up. I was loving that. So that one is done. And add the beef. I'm gonna add the beef. The beef is need about 1 minute to be cooked because I cooked it to medium, so it doesn't need to be cooked more. So that's good. Yeah, the view is good. It's looking good. It's looking nice. You can see the bacon is starting to cook as well with the beef. The beef is starting to change color. It's getting to that, the I don't call it, like black color, not burnt, but just like a good good flavor is coming together. So I'm just gonna toss it around just to make sure everything is well mixed up. And we'll add everything: the carrot, we add the onions, the parsley, and the garlic and the ginger all together. And then you're just gonna that's where the magic happens because everything you're just gonna start combining. Everything in there is gonna bring out the flavors, the meat, the onions, everything. And then I'm gonna add some basil as well. Sorry you didn't see that because of the smoke, but I just added some basil, like 3 leaves of basil, and I'm just adding the pasta now. I didn't drain the pasta because I was gonna use it after, just like right after. So the pasta is still fresh. As you can see, it's not sticking to each other because I didn't break it. So if you break your pasta, it will stick to each other. So don't ever break your pasta, please. So start mixing the pasta, and I always add the water from the pasta because it just makes it creamy. But right now I'm gonna start adding a little bit of the cheese and the egg. And please don't overmix it because if you overmix it, the egg will become more like scrambled. So you have scrambled eggs into your carbonara, and then you don't want to do that. So mix them properly, like put a little bit, and then taste it around. You mix it properly, and then when you feel like you need to add more, then you add more of the egg. So just like that, bit by bit. I would say you need about 3 steps. The first one, make sure that the flavor is getting together. Then when you start to see that creamily like that, you know that you're about to done, and then you just add the rest of it, and then that this is good. So at that stage, I would say you lower down your heat, you take it off the stove, and then you lower down your heat, and then you see if it's good. You check for flavors, you taste if you need more flavor, you need more salt, or you need more black pepper. I cannot tell you what you need, but what I can tell you is that right there, that is done. So you take it off the heat, and you know that this is good. Now the rest of the time, it's time to put it up, because that's the game. So that's good. Just cook a little bit more, because I could feel like I need to cook more. But after that, that's done. Time for the magic. Play it up properly. As you can look, it's looking good. The pasta is not sticking to each other, even though I might have cooked together, it's not sticking together. So you can see, you can count like 1, 2, 3. That's everything. I'm gonna add some cheese, and yeah, this is how you make carbonara. Easy, fast, quick. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.